full count. So an early battle here between the Trojans and the Raptors. Stradowitz trying to retire the first batter, and Camo is not going to be sent back to the dugout. He will walk to first after Stradowitz missing outside. Now catcher Derek Pais heading up to the plate, hoping to capitalize on Camo reaching first. And Stradowitz hitting the outside of the strike zone. Gonna bring the count to 1-0 to start things off for Pais. Now Stradowitz trying to keep Camo honest over at first base. Pickoff attempt. Just trying to force Camo back. He was safe, and now he'll focus his attention back to Pais in the batter's box. Pais looked like he was going to bunt Camo. Ball flies past the catcher, and Camo will take second with ease. So Camo's stolen base will take him to scoring position. Pais looked like he's about to bunt, pulled it away at the last second. And the ump's just communicating for a second, seeing if Camo was safe. He was. Aslam not even able to contest the stolen base because of the wild pitch flying past him. And Pais again looking to bunt, but won't. Stradowitz again outside. And it's a 3-0 count. Pais most likely not going to swing here. Stradowitz risking walking his second consecutive batter, and he will. Pais will take a nice, easy stroll on to first. And now up will come James Cole. James Cole, the left fielder for Anderson. And the first righty Stradowitz will face today. Now a man on first and second for the Trojans. High and away pitch, going to be a ball, 1-0 count. Another pitch from Stradowitz is going to be another ball, so a risky situation LASA is putting themselves in here early, and now we'll get a meeting on the mound. 3 batters in for Stradowitz. He's at 12 pitches. And it looks like they're going to call in a new pitcher. They're calling in center fielder Jediah Colson towards the dugout, so perhaps he will take Stradowitz's, not Jediah Colson, Jonah Cyhawk, coming in from center field for the Raptors. And looks like Stradowitz's day will be done here early on after walking 2 batters and getting behind in the count against James Cole 2-0. So now Cyhawk heading to the bump for the Raptors, trying to clean up this early first inning. now will take a second for Cyhawk to take a quick warm-up as he gets acquainted to the mound. And Anderson looking good here early. Two guys on first. Well, guy on first, a runner on second, and James Cole at the plate with a 2-0 count, as we will be back in just a moment with some more high school baseball here on Vype. And as you probably heard from the in-stadium announcer, James Cole still at the plate. 2-0 count. And Jonah Cyhawk, the new pitcher on the mound, with a runner at second, a runner at first. Here's the pitch. Steal attempt at third. Throw is not in time. Camo reaching third with ease. The Raptors now in serious jeopardy to give up a run. It's a 3-0 count. And a wide pitch is going to send Cole to first, and it's bases loaded. As number 11, Gus Biegert, heads to the plate. So that's 3 batters in a row now walked for LASA Raptors. And Anderson, a opportunity here to go up by a couple runs here in the top of the first. And here's the pitch. Outside will be ball number 1. Pitch number 2 will look similar to that first pitch and be a ball as well. It's a 2-0 count for Eggert. And he swings at it, bounces towards second, gets past the shortstop. 1 runner will score, 2 runners will score, and a 2-run single for Beggert here in the top of the first. And the Trojans will go up 2-0. Cade Kazin. Camo and Pais able to score off of the single from Beggart. And Kazin a chance to bring in the rest of the runners now left on base. James Cole advanced to second. One 0 count. I've not seen Anderson chase a lot of pitches, but no need to with this outside pitching that we're seeing from the Raptors. It's 2-0 count. Here's the pitch, high. Ball number 3. Still no outs here for Anderson, as they have put 2 on the board here in the first inning. And that will be the first strike against Kazin. Brings the count to 3-1. And another high pitch is going to send Kazin to first on a walk. Now Ben Weissman heading to the plate. Weissman playing third for the Trojans. That's now 4 of the first 5 batters faced have now been walked. And a hit out into shallow right field. That'll bring in a couple runs. It's going, rolling back towards the wall. Plenty of time for the Trojans to get in another score. And 3 more will get home for Anderson. And Weissman, the triple, puts his team up 5-0. And Anderson dominating early. Going up 5-0. Now it's Brady Fleming at the plate. Looked like he was going to bunt, pulled it away as the pitch went outside and bring the count to 1-0. Cyhawk, second pitch. Wild. And coming in from third base is Weissman, stealing home and giving the Trojans another score. And a 6-0 lead. Now for the Trojans. Swung at it, gonna fly way foul. Only one in the remote area was number 5, Connor Firestone, but did not have a chance at wrangling in that ball that went into the bleachers, as a low and outside pitch is gonna bring the count to 3-1. And again, still no outs here in the top of the first. And a high pitch, another batter walked. And now it's Colin Haynes stepping up to the plate. And now we will get our second mound meeting here in the top of the first. With this meeting, we're going to step away for just a moment and return right here on Vype. and just got word that the Raptors will make their second pitching change of the inning. Rory Comstock now heading to the mound. They started off with Henry Stradwitz, then went to Jonah Cyhawk, and now hoping that Comstock can finish off the top of the first here before it gets even more out of control. Comstock came into this game as the designated hitter, but now they're resorting to his talents on the mound in this almost dire situation here for the Raptors. Just a recap of everything that's happened so far. Kamau started off the inning with a walk, then Pais following in his footsteps, walking as well. Cole, the third consecutive batter, walked, then a 2-run single from Gus Beggart. Cade Kazin then taking his walk. Weissman a triple, 3-run triple out into right field. Then Brady Fleming a walk, and now Colin Hayes steps up to the plate. So Anderson has taken a 6-0 lead in the first inning. Every Anderson batter has reached base thus far, and Colin Haynes trying to follow in suit. Here's the pitch from Comstock inside, and the ump will concur that it was inside. It's a 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Inside again. Haynes having to slightly move his left arm out of the way. So nearly a hit by pitch, avoided that. 2-0 count. Brady Fleming's on first after a walk, and Comstock will throw his first strike of the game. So bring the count to 2-1. Comstock loading, fires, and swing fouled way back by Haynes to even up the count at 2-2. And that will be strike number 3, and the Trojans able to get their first strikeout of the game. So a bright spot in this unplanned top of the first for the Trojans, or for the Raptors. The Trojans, everything going exactly as they want it to, with some solid plate appearances from the entire batting order so far. Checking Fleming at first, make sure he doesn't stray too far away from the plate, from the base. Already a couple steals for the Trojans so far as the pitch goes high and brings the count to 2-0. The Raptors still 2 outs away from taking their turn at the plate, and a hard shot to left field is going to drop shallow, and it will be a single for Jediah Colson. And that'll bring us back to Connor Como, who in his first at-bat walked. He scored later on due to Gus Beggart's 2-run single. Now looking for his second opportunity of the same inning. Here's the pitch. Just a bit outside and away. Como lefty leads off this order. Comstock loading, fires. He'll hit the strike zone that time, and the count's even at 1-1. Man on first and second for the Trojans. Here's the pitch. Kamau thought about it. Decided to wait. Was the right decision. Was a ball. Counts 2-1 with 1 out. And a hard shot to shallow right is going to send Kamau to first, advance the runners, and once again, bases loaded for the Trojans as Derek Pais heads back to the plate, another lefty. Bases loaded. Opportunity for Pais to put even more runs on the board. Here's the pitch. Ball goes wild, tempted to steal home, and does so with ease. That was number 12, Brady Fleming. Fleming, who got on base due to a walk, stole second, got to third after the single, and then stole home. That's the second steal of home for the Trojans in this inning. And now it's a 7-0 lead for Anderson. Still 1 out. Comstock on the mound. High pitch is going to send the count to 2-0. Loading. Swung at it hard, but hits it foul towards his own dugout. Pais fends that pitch away. Quick cut. Not able to get all of it. Just a bit early on the pitch. He gets all of that one, sends it deep into right field, and it drops just before the wall. He'll go to second, goes towards third now, will be safe, and bring a couple runners home in the process. And a triple for Derek Pais brings the score to 9-0. And we're going to see James Cole head back to the plate for the second time. He walked in his first bat as well. Here's the pitch. Swings right away and fouls the ball away. So a rare occurrence in this inning. A Trojan starting behind the count. It's 0-1 with 1 out. Pais sits at third. The rest of the base is empty after sending 2 runners home with his triple just a moment ago. Here's the pitch from Comstock. Hard shot, popped high towards center, and it will be caught for the second out. Pais is going to tag up, run home. Did he get there in time? No, he was tagged out before he could reach the base safely. So the Trojans put up 9 here in the top of the first in an impressive way to start the game. And now the Raptors will do their best to answer as they step up to the plate for the first time in just a moment. Stick with us, and we'll be right back here on Vype. And we return here for the bottom of the first inning. Return here for the bottom of the first inning where Anderson takes the field for the first time, and the Raptors will head to the batter's box for the first time this game and try to recover from the 9 runs they gave up in the first inning, top of the first inning. And first pitch will be called a ball. It's Saki Chow at the plate for the Raptors. Second pitch just caught the bottom of the strike zone. Going to be called a strike 1-1. Chow, who plays right field for the Raptors, trying to get things started. A big hole to climb out of for this Liberal Arts and Science Academy team. Another pitch, another strike, evens up the count once again at 2-2. And swing and a miss, strike number 3. So Chow is sent down swinging. And the Trojans take in their first strikeout of the game. On the mound for the Trojans is number 8, Cade Kazin. And Kazin goes up against Zach Egler, and on the first pitch, he will hit Egler and send him to first. Unnecessary error, perhaps the spark this Raptors team needs, as number 12, Jonah Cyhawk, heads up to the batter's box for the first time today. Cyhawk replaced Strawitz on the mound in the first inning, and then he was later replaced himself by Rory Comstock. And pickoff attempt going to be no good. Again, that's Egler at first. He was hit by a pitch. Swing, hit straight down. Cyhawk going to stay at the plate. It was called a foul. That'll send Egler back to first as he made an attempt towards second. And a high and inside pitch going to bring the count to 1-1. Kazin constantly checking Egler at first, and a strike out to left field, going to trickle down the foul line. That'll send Egler all the way to third. He's getting the wave. Sends Egler home and puts the Raptors on the board for the first time today. Now, Eveslam heading to the plate. Fourth in this Raptors batting order. And first pitch will not hit the strike zone. That'll be a ball. 1-0 count. Here's another pitch, and swing and a miss. Going to even things up at 1-1. Raptors trying to do everything they can to catch up after going down so early here in the first inning. Aslam strikes it straight towards third, checking the runner at second before getting thrown out at first. A nice throw by Anderson's number 10, Ben Weissman. And now Alex Johnson, the shortstop, heading up to the plate to try and take a crack at Kazin. It's a 9-1 lead for the Trojans. Raptors scoring their first run just a moment ago. High pitch will be called a ball. Zach Egler able to get home after the double by Jonah Cyhawk. Now Alex Johnson taking his first crack at the plate. Here's the pitch outside, and a free base to steal at third as Aslam heads over. Ball just getting past the catcher. Derek Pais behind the plate today for the Trojans. It's a 2-0 count. Man at third. Here's the pitch. Aslam thought about it, tried to pull it back, couldn't in time. The ump will count that as a swing, and that will be a strike. 2-1 with 2 outs. And swing and a miss, going to even up the count at 2-2. Two count, 2 outs, and a chance for the Trojans to walk away with only 1 run given up. And they'll take it. Strike 3, out number 3, and the Trojans will head back to their dugout having given up only a run and will maintain 8-run lead here as we head to the top of the second, and the Raptors defense tries to recover from what was a chaotic first inning. We'll be right back here on Vype Media. I'm Henry Hipschman. Stick with us. And we return with the action as the Raptors head back to the field. Rory Comstock will stay on the mound, and he'll face Gus Beggart. Comstock, the third pitcher used for the Raptors in the first inning, came in and saved the day, getting them out of a 9-run inning for the Trojans. Here's the pitch, low and outside. Counts 1-2. In his last at-bat, Beggart, a single that resulted in 2 scores for Anderson. And another hard hit here. Lined it out to left field. Thought about stopping at first, is going to take second. And a double for Beggart. He goes 2 for 2 so far on the day. And Cade Kazin heading up to the plate. Kazin walked in his first at-bat. Now has a runner in scoring position with Beggart at second. And Comstock's going to strike Kazin and send him to first on the first pitch. So Ben Weissman will head back to the plate, and Ben Weissman, a big hitter for the Trojans, in the first inning had a 3-run triple that put the Trojans up 5-0. And swinging right away, bounces in out of the glove at third base, and Weissman will get to first in time. So what should have been an out for the Raptors will actually result in a bases loaded situation yet again for the Trojans. So Weissman's hard hit single just could not stay in the glove. Could not stay in the glove of Connor Firestone. Now Brady Fleming. Wide pitch. Gonna send another Trojan home on a stolen base. And another score for Anderson. That was Gus Beggart scoring the first run of this inning for Anderson. That'll put them up 10-1. Here in the top of the second. Fleming swings that, bounces straight to shortstop, and they get the out at first, but give up a run at home as Kazin able to score for Anderson. Fielder's choice decide to go to first will give Trojans a 11-1 lead in the top of the second inning. Now Colin Haynes, who struck out in his first at-bat, swings right away, bounces to third, and is thrown out at first. Haynes decided to take that first pitch, was reeled in nicely by Connor Firestone. Ben Weissman looking like he wanted to go home with the ball, or go home, was held up by his third base coach. Swing and a miss, going to be a strike. 1-2 count. It's Jediah Colson at the plate. Colson in his first at-bat singled. And he faces an 0-1 count. Foul the ball away. That will jump to 0-2 here with 2 outs in the top of the first. And this could be a much quicker inning for the Raptors than what they saw in the start of the game. Oh, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Low will be the first ball for Colson. 1-2. So a bit of a less active inning so far for the Trojans, but anything seems less active after 9 runs in the top of the first, as a swing and a miss will send Colson back to the dugout and will send the Raptors back to their dugout as well. They'll come out of the top of the second inning, giving up 2 runs with Anderson up 11-1 as we head into the bottom of the second. We'll be right back. Leading off the bottom of the second inning will be Connor Willie for the Liberal Arts and Science Academy, who are down 11-1 here in the second inning as Willie fouls the ball back towards the cage. Back towards the backstop. And he'll start off with an 0-1 count. Kazin back on the mound. 2 strikeouts in that first inning, as well as a ground out to end things for the Raptors. They were able to pull in a run after a double from Jonas Cyhawk sent Zach Eagler home. Counts even at 1-1. And Willie gets all of that ball, drops in center field, and will stop up at first. And a man on base for Austin LASA Raptors. And now Ryan Lopez, taking his first swings of the day, will head to the batter's box. Kazin checking Willie. Willie looking like he has some speed to round these bases if he decides to steal at any point. Here's the pitch. Lopez going to let it fly by, and it will be a strike, 0-1. Another pitch, this time a ball, 1-1 count. So far, 22 pitches for Anderson compared to the Raptors' 31. Low and inside, ball number 2, 2-1. Kazin a solid outing in that first inning despite giving up a run. 2 strikeouts, forced a ground out from Evren Aslam, and came out of that with minimal damage as the wind's starting to pick up and Kazin attempts another pickoff attempt. Kazin will find the box that time. It's 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike number 3. And now 1 down with Connor Firestone heading to the plate. That is the 3rd strikeout of the day for Kazin. As he hits 25 pitches through these 1 1/3 innings played. Another pickoff attempt, another attempt to just keep Connor Willie honest over there at first base. Pitch that looked like it was breaking a little high, going to catch the top of the strike zone and bring the count to 0-1. Derek Pais heading to the mound to talk with Kazin for just a moment. After a quick conversation, Pais is going to head back behind the plate. And play will resume here with this pitch. Hit straight towards short. Double opportunity. Thrown high. Anderson a chance for the double play. Instead, going to only take 1 out at second. And Firestone will be safe at first. Over at shortstop for the Trojans is James Cole, who just bobbled the ball just a bit and then overthrew his man at first. Actually, Connor Camo at shortstop, overthrowing Brady Fleming. Now it's Rory Comstock heading to the plate. Low pitch, going to be called a ball. 1-0 count, 2 outs, and a man on first for the Raptors. Another ball, 2-0. Kazan tries to finish off what has been a clean inning. Firestone reaching first on an error. Getting checked at first by Kazan. Swing fouled backwards. That'll bring the count to 2-1. Raptors able to get in a couple of hits. A slow bounce to the third, not able to be controlled. And so a single for Comstock will send Firestone to second. It's a wild bouncing ball. Got just past the mitt of the third baseman, Ben Weissman. So 2 runners on base, 1 in scoring position. And Masaki Chow heads up to the plate. Chow struck out in his first at-bat. Has a great opportunity for his team here as a pinch runner is going to come in at first for Comstock. The pinch runner is James Graham, number 20 for the Raptors. As Chow gets set in the batter's box. It's 2 outs. Anderson leads by 10. And Kazan will deliver his first pitch, a strike. Now a high pitch, even things up at 1-1. Trojans had an opportunity to finish the inning, but a bouncing ground ball could not be controlled by Weissman. Allowed 2 runners to get on for LASA. And now gives Chow their best offensive opportunity of the day. And a good chance to put some more runs on the scoreboard. Cut into this very large 10-run lead. It's 1-2. Swings, fouls in the same spot. Count will stay the same. And Kazan stepping back for just a moment. Looked committed to the pitch, then decided to take a beat. Now he's back. Here's the pitch. Swung at. Chow finds the gap. They're going to wave a runner home. Can he get there? And he will be ruled safe. And that will give the Raptors their second run of the game. And Chow, the RBI single to cut into this lead. Still a 9-run difference, though, as Anderson dominated the top of the first and have given themselves plenty of cushion. Now it looks like number 8, Jonas Cyhawk, stepping up to the plate. First pitch is a strike. Actually, Luke Kendall at the plate. Gets a hit, bounces over Kazin, and will be safe at first. And now bases loaded for the Raptors. It's actually Luke Kendall coming in for Zach Eagler, who was originally batting second in this order. Now Jonas Cyhawk, who scored the Raptors' first run of the game with a RBI double, will head back to the plate for the second time today and looks to go 2 for 2 with the Raptors' first bases loaded situation of the game. The Trojans found themselves in this fortunate scenario about 3 times already today. The Raptors, their first time, looking to see if they can convert with 2 outs on the board. Kazin trying to send his team back to the dugout with any more damage done. And a hit right away gets past Weissman. 1 runner will score. Another runner heads home. Will he get there in time? He will not. Tagged by Pais. Will limit the damage. Anderson scoring another run will be limited to just 2. And the score now 11-3 as we head into the top of the 3rd inning. And the Trojans still plenty of room, as we will be right back here with our Vype broadcast. Stick with us. Now Connor Como for the third time today in 3 innings will head back to the plate. And he'll take his first pitch, a strike. Como walked in his first at-bat, singled in his second. 1 for 1 on the day as he faces an 0-1 count. Swings, just misses the ball and fouls it backwards. Looks like number 2, Ian Johnson, now on the mound. No, it's still number 3, Rory Comstock. Comstock, the pitcher in that first inning, ever since replacing the first 2 pitchers. They started with Henry Stradwitz, went on to Jonah Cyhawk, and now they have turned to Rory Comstock in this as Camo, strike to left field, gets past the defender. He'll get to second base with ease, and a double for Camo. And he's trying to head to third. Can he get there in time? And he'll be safe. So they waved him through to third. A risky but beneficial call by the third base coach. To put Camo 1 run away from home plate. Now Derek Pais, who has a triple himself in this game. That first pitch fly by was a ball. Ball rolling past Zach Eagler in left field, allowing Camo to take the extra bases, get all the way to third. Count runs to 2-0. Here's the pitch. High and outside will bring the count to 3-0, and a chance here for Pais to walk. And an inside pitch is going to give Pais his second walk of the day and his third trip on base of the day in 3 at-bats, with James Cole going back to the plate. Cole walked in his first bat as well. As a pickoff attempt towards first, no good. Pais back in time. Comstock loads, fires. Outside, bounces wild. Chance to steal home, and a free chance it is, and another score for Anderson. And another stolen, another steal at home. That's the third of the day for the Trojans. It is a 12-3 lead now here in the top of the third inning. Here's the pitch inside. Cole having to lean back to avoid getting hit. Will take the ball. That's 2-0. There's a runner at second. Derek Pais after the walk. Now in scoring position. And another missed pitch will go ball, so it's a 3-0 count. And Cole waiting on it, the right decision, will take ball number 4 and head to first base. Now Gus Beggart, who has been perhaps the best hitter of the day for the Trojans, heads back to the batter's box. And another meeting on the mound for the Raptors. We'll take a quick break and be right back. A 2-run single to Gus Beggart and was eventually replaced by Jonas Cyhawk. And now he'll get his second chance of the day, getting a quick warm-up on the mound before he faces more Trojan batters. And it has been all Anderson so far in this game. 12 runs, various triples, a couple singles, and only 1 strikeout. Stole home 3 times. And with 0 outs, are really looking to seal this game. The Raptors able to score a few runs in the first and second, but still not able to really cut into this Trojan lead that they have built for themselves here. But now Gus Beggart, Trojan's best hitter of the day, stepping back to the plate. Strawitz looking around, loads, fires, and will catch the edge of the strike zone for strike number 1. And that first pitch is met by an uproar of applause by Raptors fans in the stands. It's an 0-1 count. And Strawitz throws in the dirt, will even things up at 1-1. One count. Still no outs. High pitch will bring it to 2-1. Quick refresher. Beggart in his first at-bat. A single that brought in 2 runs for the Trojans. And then a double in the second inning. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike number 2 with an even count. As Stradowitz battles with Trojan's best batter. Here's the pitch. Beggart able to get a piece of it. Gonna foul that ball away. And will stay alive at the plate, trying to reach base for the 3rd time today. Two, and Beggart calls time. Stradowitz with a chance to retire the batter. Beggart hits it hard towards center. and will be caught. Fly ball, first out of the inning as third base is stolen. James Cole, so Beggart not reaching base safely for the first time today, flies out towards center. And Cade Kazin heading up for his third at-bat. He was hit by a pitch in his last appearance, walked in his first, still looking for his first hit of the day. Connor Camo stealing third. James Cole still at first after he walked. And a high pitch. Kazin's going to let it fly. It'll be 1-0 on the count. And that's popped out towards left field, and an easy catch. Camo getting the signal run home, and he will. So another run after the sac fly from Cade Kazin. With Ben Weissman now heading to the plate. It's actually pinch runner Ben Hatcher scoring just a moment ago for the Trojans. Coming in from third base. Here's the pitch. Inside, Cole attempting to steal second. Will with ease. As the count jumps to 1-0. Stradowitz coming in, forcing two flyouts in center and left field. Looking for the third. As the pitch swung at and hit backwards towards the backstop. Will even up the count at 1-1. Weissman 2 for 2 on the day. 3-run triple and then a single. Has Cole at second, trying to bring him home. Anderson jumping up ahead by 10 runs once again, and a line shot towards second going to be caught, and that will be the third out. An impressive defense by the Raptors there at the end of the inning to limit the Trojans to only 2 runs. They are ahead 13-3 as we head to the bottom of the third inning, and we will take a quick break. Everin Awesome Everin Aslam heads to the plate for his second time today, leading off the third. And swing at the first, rolls back to Kazan. Kazan runs the ball over to first, tosses, and has the first out. And now Aslam, as quickly as he headed to the batter's box, will head back to the dugout. And that will bring up Alex Johnson. And it has been all Trojans so far in today's game. The Raptors able to get on base and earn themselves 3 runs, but Trojans dominating offensively as another first pitch, first swing, and an out at first. And 2 batters quickly retired for the Raptors here in the bottom of the third. Making the throw was Colin Haynes from shortstop. Again, it has been all Anderson, putting up 9 runs in the first, then 2 runs in both the second and third inning. And they are ahead 10 as they lead 13-3 and quickly forcing 2 outs. Now Kazan facing Connor Willie, who singled and is 1 for 1 on the day. First pitch and a strike. 2 prior batters, Johnson and Aslam, both swinging at the first pitch. Willie deciding to be a little bit more patient. It's 0-1. He'll swing at that second pitch and he'll chase it. It's 0-2. 0-2 count with 2 outs, and Anderson a chance to quickly get out of the third inning. But Willie will stay alive just a little bit longer as a low and inside pitch will be called a ball, and it's 1-2. And another hit towards shortstop, going to be thrown to first, and that's 3 batters, 3 ground outs, and the Trojans will head back to the dugout. A 1-2-3 inning for Kazan as he continues his remarkable day on the mound. And we will get a switch once again, and we will take a quick break once again, so stick with us. And we return for the top of the 4th inning. And we will see a new batter for the Trojans, Dominic Palavia, facing off against Henry Stradowitz. Stradowitz coming in the third inning, got the Raptors out of a sticky situation, 3 consecutive outs, and trying to continue that impressive performance into the fourth. He started off the game not so hot, walking the first 3 batters and giving up a couple runs. They took him out, put in Jonas Syhawk, now giving him a second chance. He is performing well as pitches his first strike against Palavia. That's 2-1 count. Loads, fires, and just inside, 3-1. And now he will walk Dominic Palavia. With Colin Haynes heading back to the plate. Palavia pinch hitting for Brady Fleming. Now Haynes struck out in his first at-bat, grounded out in his second at-bat, the only Trojan today to not safely reach base. As the first pitch will fly a little high and be called a ball. Pitch number 2 following the same path, bring the count to 2-0. Swings at it, pops it up high towards second, and an easy catch to send Haynes back to the dugout, and he is 0 for 3 on the day. That'll not bring up Jediah Colson. Instead, it will bring up number 20, Ben Hatcher, who we saw pinch running earlier. And now checking the runner at first. Stradowitz now returning to the mound, making sure Palavia didn't get a little too far. Here's the pitch. Hatcher finds the gap through the middle and will reach first on a hard hit single. That'll send back up Connor Camo. Those 2 for 2 with a walk in the first inning. Also had a triple in his last at-bat, as well as a single. He'll foul the ball away. And I fear for any cars in the parking lot in the way of Connor Camo's ball with how hard he hits the leather off of that thing. It's no 1 count. 1 out. Man at first, man at second. Palavia's the runner at second, Hatcher at first. And an inside pitch going to be called a ball, to the dismay of some of the fans in the stands. It's a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch, just a bit high. 2-1. Camo perhaps looking for his second walk of the day. One runner in scoring position. Como, hard hit towards center right, back towards the wall, and finds the ground. One runner will score, can two? No. But Camo will send Balavia home, and a double for Camo will make him 3 for 3 on the day, give him another RBI, and send Ben Hatcher to third with him at second. First pitch fouled back towards the backstop. It's Derek Pais back at the plate, who walked in his last at-bat. He had a triple in the first inning that resulted in 2 runs. But Connor Como doing it all. A single and a walk in the first inning, a double just now, a triple in the third inning, and a home run away from hitting for the cycle. It's a 14-3 lead here for the Trojans, who, if they can maintain this in the 5th inning, will run rule the Raptors, as a swing and a miss from Pais will bring the count to 1-2. One out here in the top of the 4th. 1 run scored. And a ball popped out towards shallow left. Could it be caught? No, it'll drop foul. A valiant effort, though, out there in left. Zach Eagler with the diving attempt. Could not wrangle it in. Actually, Luke Tyndall out in left field. So the count evens up at 2-2. Pais also trying to reach base safely for what would be the 4th time today in 4 innings. And a swing and a miss will send him back to the dugout instead. Strike 3 and out number 2. That will only be the 2nd strikeout of the day for the Raptors, with James Cole getting another opportunity to get on base. He's walked twice. Still looking for his first hit, and this could be it right here. Darting out towards center. It'll be caught instead. That is 3 outs, and the Trojans walking away from this inning with only 1 run will send this game to the bottom of the 4th, and now Trojans just a half inning away from taking in today's victory. With a 14-3 lead, we will return on Vype in just a moment. Welcome back to our stream of high school baseball here on Vype. I am broadcaster Henry Hipschman, bringing you today's game of Austin LASA, Liberal Arts and Science Academy versus Anderson Trojans, as immediately a hit towards left field is going to give Ryan Lopez a double to start off the bottom of the 4th inning. And he has the crowd hyped despite a 11-run deficit to the Anderson Trojans. Now, batting has not necessarily been a problem for the Raptors. They've been getting on base. They've had some very nice hits, scored 3 runs. It's just the Trojans have been incredible throughout the game and had an outstanding first inning where they scored 9 runs, and that was really the difference maker, putting them ahead 14-3 right now, as number 9, Connor Firestone, takes a swing at the first pitch as well. Ryan Lopez immediately chasing that pitch from Kazin, sending it out for a double. So 1 count. Firestone swings again, fouls away again. Firestone reaching on error in his last at-bat after an overthrown ball from short allowed him to reach first safely, and Pais lost the ball for a second, was at his feet. He'll find it, pick it up. It's a 1-2 count. A missed opportunity perchance there for Lopez to steal third, but also would have been a risky decision if he did so. Now Pais going to the mound to talk to Kazin. It's 1-2 with no outs and a runner on second. Lopez struck out in his first at-bat, taking his revenge with that double just a moment ago. Trojans able to score in every inning so far this game. The Raptors not able to score in the 3rd inning, scored 2 in the 2nd and 1 in the 1st, as Firestone will be caught looking. He'll strike out and be sent back to the dugout. It will be the first out for the Raptors of the inning, with Henry Strenwitz heading back to the plate. First pitch strike, 0-1 count. Kazin, pitch low, will be called a ball, 1-1. It's been an up and down day for Strenwitz on the mound. He's put away some batters, had some nice outings, but also some tumultuous ones as well. Started the game for the Raptors, was then pulled in the 1st inning, then put back on the mound in the 3rd, where he would not be credited with the 2 runs scored in the 3rd, would be credited with the 1 scored in the 4th. And the pitch, just a bit high, going to catch a strike zone, will bring the count to 2-2. Nice breaking ball by Kazin. Trying to get him to chase the outside pitch. Kazin throws a ball. It'll be a full count. Here with 1 out and a runner on second. And Liberal Arts and Science Academy down 11. And Strandwitz will head to first on a walk. And will now bring Masaki Chow back to the plate. Chow, he struck out his first time. RBI single in his second at-bat. This will be his third in a moment. Now a pinch runner coming on for Strandwitz at first. Looks like number 20, James Graham. And the in-stadium announcer courteously confirming that. Now Chow at the plate. With runners at first and second, he'll take the first pitch strike. Breaking ball from Kazin. Kazin has pitched all 3 1/3 innings so far for the Trojans. Giving up 3 runs. And the bunt rolls past Kazin. And a nice bunt by Chow to reach first and get the bases loaded. With Luke Tyndall heading to the plate. A perfect bunt by Kazin. Just in between, not Kazin, perfect bunt by Chow. Just in between Kazin and third base. Number 10, Ben Weissman. First pitch ball. Kazin finds the strike zone that time. 1-1 count. Kazin with 4 strikeouts on the day so far. Facing a 1-1 count. He will now be behind at 2-1. At third base is Ryan Lopez. At second is pinch runner James Graham. And then at first is Masaki Chow after a nicely placed bunt. And Kazin, trying to find the edges, will in fact go too far outside and bring the count to 3-1. Trying to protect an 11-run lead. Risks walking Luke Tyndall. And he will send Tyndall to first with a ball. Ryan Lopez will score at home plate. And Raptors are able to jump within 10. Still plenty of cushion for the Trojans. But bases are still loaded, and the Raptors slowly trying to chip away at this lead. If they can get within 10 runs, they will not be run ruled in the next inning. And then who knows what could happen. And Derek Pais heading to the mound to talk to Kazin once again. Kazin, who should be proud of the outing he's had so far. Yes, he's given up 4 runs, but 4 strikeouts has protected this Trojan lead. But the Raptors knocking on the door. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike number 1. It's Jonas Cyhawk at the plate, who has 2 RBIs on the day and one of the better hitters so far for the Raptors. a single and a double, both yielding a run. And there's the pitch. Tyndall, Cyhawk let it fly by, didn't swing at it, was a strike, and that'll be the second out of the inning. Now number 33, Evren Aslam, stepping back up for the third time today. He is 0 for 2, 2 ground outs, so he's making contact, just getting a bit unlucky in the location of where his hits are flying. Lets that first pitch fly and does so rightly. It's a 1-0 count. That'll be strike one, 1-1. Aslam seemingly one of the bigger batters in this lineup. Swings, makes contact, bounces towards short, looks towards first. The throw is in time. They get him at first, and that'll be the third out. The Raptors leaving 3 runners on as they will stay behind 10 runs. It's a 14-4 lead for Anderson, and we will head to the 5th and what could potentially be the final inning. And we'll be right back in just a moment. As we return here to the 5th inning, the Anderson Trojans have a 10-run lead. It's 14-4. It's 14-4 with number 11, Gus Beggart, heading back to the plate. Beggart having himself an outstanding day. He is 2 for 3 with a double and a 2-run single, and he'll swing right away, gets past third base. Not reeled in left field, and that could cost him a base potentially. No, Beggart's going to hold up at first. Luke Tyndall initially not able to scoop up the grounder. And Beggart immediately jumping on the pitch and heading to first will bring up Cade Kazin, who is looking for his first hit of the day. He had a sac fly in his last appearance. But Cade Kazin's contributions have been plenty on the mound. Over there in the hot corner, Connor Firestone just not able to get to the ball quick enough, allowing Beggart to get the base hit. And Kazin, a base hit for him as well, also in left field down the foul line. He'll send Beggart to second, and he'll take first. And Kazin now his first hit of the day. With Ben Weissman, the next at bat. Weissman has a triple and a single, 3 RBIs, and a line out in his last at bat. That line out straight to second was on a rope. It was just nicely handled. It was caught by Connor Willie over at second, as Weissman's going to foul away down the left field side. 0-1 count. Weissman looked like he was going to take a swing. It was a slow pitch, was high and more towards his face. Had to lean away from it. Will bring the count to 1-1. 36 pitches so far for Stranwitz, who remains on the mound. Ball 2. So Beggart sits at second, Kazin at first, with Weissman at the plate. Here's the pitch. Trying to steal third, and he will, is Beggart. That ball dropped by Everin Aslam behind the plate. Gave Beggart a free opportunity to take third. Trojans doing a nice job with their base stealing today as well. 3 times they've stolen home. As Weissman gets all of that ball, sends it out to center field. It's caught. Tagging up is Beggart, and he'll head home with ease, and another run for the Trojans. They jump to 15-4. So a sac fly from Weissman will give him another RBI. Checking the runner at first is Stranwitz. Still Kazin over there at first. There's a high pitch going to be called a ball. Dominic Balavia at the plate. Balavia, in his last at bat, a walk that got him on base for the first time. Is swing and a miss. Strike one. 1-1 count. Raptors will have another shot on the offensive side of the ball before they are potentially run ruled in the bottom of the 5th. But for now, the Trojans trying to stack on as many runs as they can. What could be the final inning of the game. Balavia fouling left. It's a 1-2 count. Now the hit difference is not so stark between these two teams. 8 for the Raptors, 11 for the Trojans. But the Trojans just able to capitalize much more often. Pitch high, 2-2. Now Belavia pinch hitting for Brady Fleming, with Kazin getting checked at first once again. Raptors making their way through 3 pitchers in this game. They started off with Strandwitz. Later went on to Jonas Cyhawk. And that'll be strike number 3, and Belavia, caught looking, will head back to the dugout. He will strike out for the Trojans' 3rd overall strikeout of the day. That is now 2 down for the Trojans, with Leo Trevino, number 22, coming in. He is pinch hitting for Colin Hayes, who was not able to reach base today. Had a pop fly, a ground out, a strikeout. Now Trevino, the 8th batter in this order, coming in. And Trevino will get the ball skimmed off the top of his helmet, it looked like, and he'll head to first on a hit by pitch. So the Trojans not slowing down here. Number 7, Jediah Colson back. Colson a single in the first, a single in the 4th. 2 for 2. Has 2 runners on base. And he'll swing right away and foul the ball deep towards the right side. It's an 0-1 count. It's Kazin over there at second with Trevino at first. And Strandwitz a slow pickoff attempt just to keep Kazin honest. Oh, 1. Strandwitz. Here's the pitch. Swings a slow roller, nearly picked up at third, but was missed. Number 5, Connor Firestone, jumping over to the shortstop position, trying to jump in front of Connor Willie. Sorry, trying to jump in front of Alex Johnson over at shortstop, and just could not scoop up the ball. Allows Colson to reach first safely, and again, bases loaded for the Trojans. And who else but Connor Como stepping back up to the plate. Connor Como, 3 for 3, and a walk in the first inning. He had a single, a double, a triple. He is a home run away from doing the unthinkable, as a high and away pitch is going to bring the count to 2-0. Now it's 341 feet in right field, 311 in left, 401 in center. And whether Como has the power to get out of this ballpark, he'll pop one up towards right, and it won't be caught. It will be soar past a right fielder, and Como reaching first. Looked like Saki Chow out there, who just missed the ball, like should have been caught. Now Como's at first. Jediah Colson able to advance the third. First pitch, a bit outside, going to catch a strike zone, will be strike one. Jack Shockett at the plate. Pinch hitting for Derek Pais. So it looks like the entire Trojans lineup taken out of this game, except for Como. I guess they were trying to see if he could get the cycle. It was just a home run away. But now will most likely not come out of this game with one. Anderson leads 17-4, stacking on a couple more runs after the missed catch by Chow. Here's the pitch. Shockett makes contact. Scooped up by the shortstop. He tries to throw it off his feet. Reach first. Couldn't be scooped up at first. And an amazing throw, unable to be finished. Shockett's going to reach first safely. Jediah Colson's going to score. And what an attempt by number 4, Alex Johnson, over there at shortstop. Trying to emulate Derek Jeter. Just could not be wrangled in. Ryan Getcha at the plate. Swings right away. And will foul that ball straight down into the dirt. Ryan Getcha. Brian Getcha. Has an 0-1 count, 2 outs, and a runner on first and second. And a pitch into the dirt is going to prove his count to 1-1. Had a scoreboard correction. It's actually 18-4. After Colson just came in from third. Gitcho gonna swing, foul that ball straight backwards. And he'll face a 1-2 count with 2 outs. So a chance for the Raptors to end the top of the 5th and stop the bleeding. The most runs scored since that 9-run first inning. The Trojans have 4 here in the 5th. Here's the pitch. Flies it out towards left field and will be caught. That'll be the 3rd out. 2 runners left on. Trojans jump up 18-4 after scoring 4 here in the top of the 5th. With the Raptors now heading into what could be the final inning of this game and heading to the plate for the final time of this game, barring any kind of miracle comeback we may see. We'll be right back with you here in the bottom of the 5th here on Vype. And we'll come back to you here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's a new pitcher on the mound for the Trojans after 4 solid innings from Cade Kazin-Hill, retired to the dugout. It's J.J. Velasquez heading to the mound. Alex Johnson at the plate, strikes one out towards center field, and right away, 1 down for the Raptors. Trojans, who have jumped ahead to an 18-4 lead, have held control over this game from the beginning, scored 9 runs in that first inning. Since then, had just kept adding on runs throughout the game. And now a chance to run rule the Raptors if they can finish them off in this inning and maintain a lead of 10. Velasquez, the pitch, just a bit outside. Actually, well outside. And that'll be ball number 1. Kazin finishing the day with 4 strikeouts and 4 runs from the Raptors. Another pitch, going to be a strike, 1-1 count. Velasquez loading, fires, and will brush the inside of the, just brush inside, and that'll be a ball, 2-1 count. Now Raptors calling time. Third base coach calling time. As he discusses something with them, not exactly sure what. Not much, I imagine, you can argue, though, in a game down 14 runs. 2-1 count. 3-1. Number 11, Connor Willie at the plate. Connor Willie, a single in his first at-bat in the second inning, a ground out in the third. Willie has had some impressive defensive plays in today's game, catching a line drive straight to him at second base, and he'll be walked. With Ryan Lopez trying to capitalize. The Raptors need 4 runs to get within 10, 5 to not be run ruled. Ryan Lopez, a huge double in his last at-bat that got the Raptors offense started. They were able to get some significant amount of players on base as he was base hit out towards left field. Willie heads to third, Lopez going to second, and another back-to-back doubles now for Ryan Lopez. And perhaps the hit the Raptors need to get a little spark. Down 14 in the bottom of the 5th. Connor Firestone at the plate. He struck out in his last at-bat, reached base on error in his first, so still looking for his first hit of the day. And a high pitch from Velasquez. That'll be a ball. Willie sitting at third, 2 runners in scoring position with Lopez at second. Sun's starting to set, and this game is a hit out towards center field, caught. Willie tags up, heads home. He will reach home safely, and that'll be another run for the Raptors that will bring them to 5. It's 18-5. Lopez stayed at second, a sac fly from Firestone. Now Henry Stranowitz up for another at-bat. He walked in his last plate appearance. Stranowitz, focus of his game today has been on the mound, and maybe he can provide a little offensive firepower as well. As the Raptors enter desperation mode, and the lights come on here at Burger Field. Velasquez, first pitch, a ball. Trying to protect what is now a 13-run lead. Now he does have a little cushion. Worst case, wants to stay at 10-run lead. As another ball is going to bring the count to 2-0. Lopez sits at second. He didn't advance on that sac fly. Now Stranowitz has a 3-0 count and most likely not going to see a swing. Velasquez just trying to end the game for his team. Velasquez finds the strike zone. That'll be strike number 1. It's a 3-1 count. Trojans 1 out away from taking today's district victory. Swing and a foul ball by Stranowitz will bring the count full. Now Velasquez a pitch away from finishing today's game. Velasquez fires, swung at by Stranowitz, heads out towards right field, reeled in, caught. That'll be the 3rd out, and that'll be the final out. Now with both teams heading out of the dugout, lining up to shake hands, the Anderson Trojans taking today's game 18-5. It was an incredible outing. Every bat for the Trojans got off to a hot start, and they just carried it on throughout the game. With today's victory, they will take another district game. And this has been a broadcast by Vype Media. I've been Henry Hipschman. Thank you so much for joining us today. Hope you all had a great time and enjoy the rest of your weekend. And thank you. Tune in next time.